Okay. So let's talk about talent pipeline. So Jason, you're a hiring manager. I'm a hiring manager. What do you think about when you hear the word talent pipeline? What does that say to you?
Yeah, so when I think about a talent pipeline, I'm thinking about the way we take somebody, either off the street or with little to lower skill level, developing them up for a particular position, and then they are able to go into that position moving forward. And a lot of times that's done either in that single organization or it's done across organizations. There are some organizations that focus on the preparing people as part of the talent pipeline to then get them hired into a role with some other company. And there's some organizations that do the internal talent pipeline to build it up for themselves based on their own process and practices. In my company right now, we have 8 people as of Monday that are in our talent pipeline from local high schools and colleges here in Florida that we're working through developing them, getting them the skills so that some of them will stay with us afterwards, but most of them are going to go somewhere else and go to some other company. But we're giving them the skills to be able to do that as part of that talent pipeline and being able to start building them up to start filling some of these cybersecurity skills gap jobs that are out there. But what do you think, Kip?
I think that's absolutely correct. I also want to add that talent pipeline is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, not just for my own company because I'm also a small business owner and I've got a team of people, and I'm having to pay attention to talent pipelines a lot, but also because I lead a open source project called the Cybersecurity Hiring Manager Handbook, and I'll put a link to that in the show notes. But the whole handbook was designed and written by about 50 hiring managers that are working in cybersecurity, and we really took a talent pipeline approach. Everything from like how do you design a program or a culture for your team that is going to attract people who are going to want to work for you, even though they're talented enough possibly to work for anybody that they wanted to. But why you, right? Why would they opt into your program? What is it about your talent pipeline and your working environment that it would attract people? And so the handbook talks about how do you think through those things. How do you prepare to go out into the market and find people, whether they're maybe folks who are starting out, like we're going to talk about Winnie's situation here in a few minutes, or even if it's a mid career or a senior career person, a hiring manager has to think about all aspects of their talent needs, retention, and then eventually departure. Like you said, sooner or later, you know, people are going to want to leave, and maybe that's because, like, hey, I'm ready to retire. I don't want to work for anybody anymore, right? It could be, could be that, or it just could be like, I don't find this environment challenging enough, or, I just want new challenges, whatever it is. And so, yeah, so when you think about a talent pipeline, you got to think all the way from the beginning of the pipeline, all the way through the day when somebody leaves. And so, anyway, I invite people who really want to dig deep into this idea of a talent pipeline and all the little details in it to go check out the hiring manager handbook. And, that's kind of like reading the secret manual to hiring. If you're looking for a job, right? I mean, you should be reading this handbook so you understand what's going on the other side of that table.